Hernandez was born in San Luis Potosí, Mexico in 1863, where he learned and developed his talents as a classical musician and arranger. He played cello, bass, and bajo sexto, a Mexican 12-string guitar. He started a legacy that has lasted over 100 years, and his music continues to inspire the Hernandez family as they carry on these traditions from generation to generation.
And there you have it. The film is A Man, His Music, and His Legacy. It will be featured at the San Antonio Film Festival next week. And the two people behind the film were nice enough to join us here on the couch this morning, Veronica Hernandez and Joe Miraglio. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Let me start with the ladies first. So we'll start with Veronica here. Now, you're born and raised in San Antonio, and I understand you left a pretty nice career to make films like this. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, it's the calling. It was calling me before I went to work for Southwest Airlines, and I guess this is part of the legacy. You know, it pulls you, and it pulled my grandfather, my brothers, my father, everyone.
All right, Joe, tell us about the film and the man that we did. This was a trailer that we just saw, but what inspired the two of you to make a film about this gentleman?
Well, it was the story of here's this guy, her grandfather, that grew up in Mexico in 1863, went to music college and all that kind of stuff down there, and then moved to San Antonio to work in silent film orchestras in San Antonio. Then after what happened here is then the talking films came into play in 1927, and then the Depression hit, and he was completely out of work. So what he had to do was go out and pick cotton or something in the fields. He was a migrant farm worker. And then his legacy was he came back to San Antonio after that, started writing music, and the legacy continues with his children learning instruments, their children learning instruments, and it all culminates in where her brother has won 2 Grammy Awards.
Unbelievable. How much did you learn, Veronica, about your family throughout the making of this film?
Well, unfortunately, not many of the siblings or the older, my parents, were alive, and so I was able to actually interview some of the family members, and my older sisters knew my grandfather because he died 12 years before I was born. So I didn't get to meet him. I never got to experience him, but they did. And I learned a lot about my family, but it's just it's a rich history of San Antonio, actually. You know.
Yeah. Did you get any of the musical genes? Did he pass
I play
them down?
piano. I play
Really?
piano. I'm a closet pianist.
But your preference is making movies, right?
Writing. Working on a musical, so I'm bringing them both together.
All right, so Joe, let's talk about the filmmaking process, what it's like to collaborate on something like this, especially when family is involved. And also, give us a sense of how excited you are to finally have it done and to be able to present it now at the film festival.
Well, it feels great getting it screened at the San Antonio Film Festival. That's awesome. The process, you know, it was very difficult because we didn't have a whole lot of source material to get any, you know, live interviews or anything. We have only a few live interviews. You know, you've seen some of the historical photos that we used. So it was really us, you know, writing, you know, dialogue that went with the photos. But we do have a lot of interviews. Our first cut was 70 minutes long, and then we, you know, refined it and refined it. We made another cut that was 40 minutes long. Now we've arrived at our 20-minute version, which we think is a lot more engaging and entertaining. And you still get the entire story.
So you felt like you were able to tell the entire story, Veronica, in such a short period of time there?
Yeah.
20 minutes goes by like that.
It does, but we pretty much bullet pointed, and yeah, if somebody wants to see a 70-minute version, we got it.
Yeah, if you want to, if you feel so inclined. Well, let's throw up the information again in case you have forgotten or haven't had a chance to see it. The San Antonio Film Festival debuts a week from yesterday, 25th through the 28th, and we have a link at kabb.com right now. The film is A Man, His Music, and His Legacy. Veronica Hernandez and Joe Miraglio, congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. All right, it's 8:22 right now.